Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Hail Mary, where we're going to be talking about everything that happened in sports this weekend. Sorry I didn't have a podcast last Friday. I was getting a new roof, and it sounded like absolute World War III in here, just the pure chaos that was going on the roof. It was a nightmare. I wouldn't have been able to focus and do a podcast. So now we're back, and we're going to be talking about what happened this weekend. And it's pretty much all about football. Everything is about football. That's all we care about right now is football. We will do some baseball talk in a little bit whenever the playoffs start. But as of right now, I just want to talk about some football, college football, and the NFL. So let's just get into our first topic, and that is Clemson football. And I know we already talked about them before, but my God, it's time to move on from Dabo. Dabo Swinney went on this whole big tangent saying, oh, if Clemson's sick of winning, maybe they should just get rid of me. But I'm not done yet. I'm not going to the beach. I'm not done coaching. I'm only 55 years old. I think that was a tactic for Dabo to utilize the Virginia Tech job against Clemson. Dabo Swinney was essentially saying, like, hey, you get rid of me, you're still going to have to deal with me. Meaning, in my opinion, it meant, you get rid of me, I'm taking that Virginia Tech job, and I'll be playing against you pretty much every single year. I'll be competing against you in the ACC. I'll be taking all your recruits. That's what I feel. I feel like that was a threat by Dabo. But right now, you can't be losing the way that you're losing if you're Clemson. Again, Dabo, you're making me look stupid because I had you guys in the national championship game. Now you're not even going to make it to the ACC championship game. You guys are pitiful. So part of me actually thinks that it may be time for Dabo and Clemson to part ways. I get that he had a beautiful, magical run. I get that Clemson used to be a middling type school, and he obviously boosted them into a national powerhouse. It's just not working right now. I know that he made the college football playoff last year, but every single year you expect Dabo to make a deep run into the playoffs, and that's just obviously won't happen this year. You can't be losing to Syracuse how you did on your home field, by the way. Home field. That place was supposed to be one of the scariest places in all of the country to ever play. Syracuse walked in there and dropped their nuts on your forehead, Dabo. And I'm calling you out mostly, not the players. Now, Cade Klubnik has a lot to say as well. But you're the one who is making everything about you when it comes to football in Clemson's program, where you have to run out of the tunnel first, so everybody watches and praises you, and everything's about you, and the team's not doing well, and you're like, well, just get rid of me then. Just get rid of me then. So you're the one throwing a hissy fit because you're the one who wants everything to be about you. You want all the attention to be on you. And guess what? It is now because you're playing bad. Your team is playing bad. You're not doing a good job coaching. You got outcoached in the Georgia Tech game. You got bullied. You got booty dick down in the Syracuse game. You are abysmal. You guys, honestly, probably should have lost that Troy game as well. You should be defeated on the year. You should be 0-4. You're lucky that you played Troy and literally not anybody else in the country. But Clemson football right now sucks. I think it's time for Dabo to go. Dabo should either go to Virginia Tech, send him to Florida because they're probably going to get rid of Billy Napier, let him hang out in Florida, send him to UCLA. I just think his time at Clemson is over. It's getting stale. It's not working. He's not bringing in the type of quarterback. Now, listen, he is bringing in quarterbacks who are highly touted, but they're not playing like Deshaun Watson in college. They're not playing like Trevor Lawrence in college. DJ Uiagalelala was horrible for Clemson. And Cade Klubnik looks better than DJU, but not good at all. So I think it's time for Dabo to maybe make a switch. His pitches are probably getting stale. I don't know. I'm not in the room whenever he's pitching, but right now things aren't looking good for Clemson, and it might be time for him to move on from Clemson and Clemson to move on from him, because everything's about Dabo, except when things are going wrong, he throws a hissy fit, and that's what he's doing right now. Hey, how about Indiana? Indiana surprised me. What a freaking win that they had versus Illinois. What, they dropped 63 points on Illinois' head. Listen, hand up, I did not expect that. I thought Illinois was going to win this game easily. I really did. No, I shouldn't say easily. I thought Illinois was going to win this game. But Indiana proved that they can hang not with the big boys, but they can hang with the middling teams in the Big Ten, because Illinois is not one of the big boys right now. Now, we will see tests for Indiana playing against some of the big boys, because on their schedule, next week they play Iowa. They're probably going to kill Iowa. Iowa absolutely sucks. They got to go to Oregon. I think that is a booty dick down loss for them. Then they got Michigan State, UCLA, Maryland, and then at Penn State, which I think Indiana has 2 more losses on their schedule, obviously being Oregon and Penn State. And this is where their non-conference schedule is going to hurt them. Indiana actually had a decent non-conference schedule, but then they got rid of everything and ended up scheduling Old Dominion, Indiana State, Kennesaw State. Indiana right now, if they have 2 losses, so say they had a decent non-conference schedule, decent, not even what they have now. This non-conference schedule right here is terrible. If they even had a decent non-conference schedule and they lost to Oregon and Penn State, that may push them into a college football playoff picture. I'm not saying that they're not going to be there right now, because anything can happen. With 2 losses, you can easily make the college football playoff. But those non-conference games that they played, where they played absolutely nobodies, could end up hurting them in the end. Because if they get steamrolled by Oregon, they get steamrolled by Penn State, they could be in so much trouble right now. So this is why I hated that Indiana switched up their non-con games to play these absolute schlubs, these absolute nobodies. Indiana is a team that is absolutely on the rise right now. But again, they are not at that peak where Penn State can get away with playing nobodies. Oregon has played nobodies this year. Now, they didn't schedule it that way. Everybody thought that Oklahoma State was going to be a good team this year. It just didn't work out that way, but they scheduled them. Penn State scheduled absolute nobodies. Ohio State, they played Texas opening week, and then their next 2 weeks was absolute nobodies again, though. But what I'm saying is these upper echelon teams that you know the talent, you can see the talent right there, they can sort of get away with playing nobodies because they already get that pseudo bias from the committee that it's like, well, they're pretty good. You already know what I'm saying? Like, as bad as the schedule for Penn State has been right now, you know that they are still a good team, and you know they're better than Indiana. You get what I'm saying? Indiana needs that little boost of their non-conference schedule to really hammer home like, oh, this team can hang with the big boys. While I'm not saying right now that they can't, because we haven't truly seen it yet, they destroyed Illinois. Illinois, ranked number 9, that is an awesome win. You got to beat Oregon for me to be like, oh shit, yeah, fuck your non-conference schedule. Schedule whoever you want. You're good. You just beat Oregon. You walk into Penn State or beat them. Like, say you lose to Oregon but beat Penn State or vice versa. It's like, okay, you're good. You're making the college football playoff, possibly even the Big Ten championship game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think they're going to hurt themselves in the end with this non-conference schedule if they end up losing both games and potentially badly. Like, they could lose both of these games, honestly, easily by 20. Seriously, I'm not the biggest fan of Penn State this year, but it's at Penn State later in the year. Injuries are taking their course. Penn State has more depth than you. We'll see what happens. But right now, Indiana, I'm not trying to rain on your parade too much because you got a huge freaking win. And congratulations to you for doing that. I just hope this non-conference schedule doesn't hurt you too bad, because Old Dominion, Kennesaw State, and Indiana State, yeah, that's not really impressing anybody whatsoever, I can tell you that. And then there's an argument to be made for this last team that Miami could possibly be the best team in the country. Miami right now has the best odds to win out the rest of their games. I think it's like a 19% or something like that. And the toughest game remaining on their schedule, I gotta look that up. But what they did to Florida, I understand that Florida's not a good team, but Miami has been looking awesome all freaking year. Is this the year that the U is back? I know that everybody wants to say that Texas is back. which we're going to be talking about Texas next because I'm getting sick of them. Miami is super impressive. And is this going to be the year where they are able to completely just overtake everybody in college football and be that number 1 overall seed? I am actually going to look up who their toughest remaining game is. I read it, I saw it, but I just don't remember it for sure. But Miami has been super impressive this year. And let me look up who their toughest game left is real fast, and then I'll get right back to you guys. So yeah, right here, their toughest game is next week versus Florida State at Florida State. That is going to be an awesome game, and if they can get past that, they are smooth sailing the rest of the way. They got Louisville, Stanford, at SMU's a tough game, Syracuse, who is a tough team, but I think Miami is way better than Clemson. They'll get through them. NC State, Virginia Tech, who sucks, Pitt, who's kind of ass, but they have to play in Pitt. And I don't know if you guys remember, it was Kenny Pickett's freshman season. I went to the game. Miami was undefeated. Pitt sucked. Kenny Pickett's first start. Pitt got a huge win versus Miami. I don't know if you guys remember that game. I was there. It was very quiet. It was there was probably like 3,000 people in the stands. That's like one of them like trap games for Miami right now. However, this is a different Miami team in my opinion. If they could get past Florida State, this Miami team might be the number 1 seed in all of college football. They just look so freaking good. And who right now are they going to play if they make it to the college football or if they make it to the ACC championship game? Syracuse, Duke, NC State, like nobody. Clemson is seemingly out of it. Clemson, I'm not even going to continue talking about Clemson. But yeah, Miami right now looks awesome. Huge game this week. Huge game this week for a ton of teams. Ohio State plays Washington. We got Alabama versus Georgia. Florida State versus Miami. Penn State versus Oregon in a whiteout game. If you have to go to a wedding this week, I feel so bad for you. You better get fake sick. Buy your girlfriend a diamond ring and be like, please, I don't want to go. Or if you're in the wedding, just get food poisoning. Go drink a gallon of raw eggs or something like that. Get yourself sick. I would rather be sick and dying in front of the TV than healthy and thriving at a wedding if I gotta miss this college football card this week. Because this college football card is one for the ages. Cancel all your plans. Don't go apple picking with your girlfriend. You ain't going to a wedding. You're not painting the house. You are watching college football this week, and you need to do anything you can in your power to make sure that your ass is in front of the TV. Get yourself sick intentionally, break your foot, break your back, do anything you have to do to make sure that you are sitting or laying in bed watching college football. No excuses. You miss this card, you miss out on the rest of your life because this is the best card of the year. You do not want to miss out. ESPN better pay me for that promo. All right, finally, let's talk about Arch Manning and Texas because I'm getting real sick of them right now. They play against Ohio State week 1. Okay, first of all, I get it. It's Arch Manning's first start. He has a little bit of struggles. Then they go on to play, who was it? San Jose State. Arch Manning looks decent. He looks good in that game. Now, he does have a problem where when he's throwing, he's like making like weird like faces like he's actually hurt. Then they play UTEP, I believe. They struggle. And everybody's like, well, maybe Arch Manning isn't the guy. You're struggling versus UTEP. Here is where I'm getting sick of the Arch Manning narrative. Not even the narrative. Everything going with Arch Manning that isn't involving Arch Manning. Do you know what I'm saying? Where I want Arch Manning to play well. I really do. But when he plays like shit, all I hear is, hey, leave him alone. This is his first ever career season. Like, leave him alone. He's doing good. But then they play up against Sam Houston State. And everyone's like, oh yeah, look at Arch. He has so much aura. Oh, Arch is aura farming because look how good he is versus Sam Houston State. Like, he's pushing his coach on the sidelines. He's flexing on kids on Sam Houston State. Like, what are we doing? I get told to leave you alone because it's your first season in college football, like first real season in college football, and that, oh, we should take it easy on Arch. You know, he'll figure it out. He plays like absolute dog shit versus some teams, but then he plays Sam Houston State over here, flexing on kids, and you have Texas football being like, look at Arch's aura. Look at his aura. I mean, is there anything larger than a Nepo baby right now? Like, Peyton Manning wouldn't be doing this shit. Eli wouldn't be doing this shit. But because his last name's Arch Manning, I have to give him a pass because he'll figure it out. He'll be good. But also because his name's Arch Manning, he has so much aura. So what do I do? When he plays bad, I'm not allowed to say anything. But when he plays good and I talk shit because Texas is saying that he's aura, Arch's aura, it's like, oh, well, you're a hater. Haha, you're a hater. Well, my team beat Arch Manning, so I guess I'm a hater. But I'm just sick of what's going on with, like, Texas fans getting so butthurt when you talk shit on him playing bad, but then whenever you get upset about him flexing on Sam Houston State, they're like, you're a hater, haha. You even had Benjamin Watson on Twitter who commented to Texas football and was like, we need to stop this right now. Because we do. You tell us that we shouldn't put him on this high pedestal because he has to still figure it out. But then he's still flexing on Sam Houston State, and you are showcasing that to the world. Now, I'm not even blaming Arch for flexing. This is the heat of the moment. Who the hell cares who you're playing? The admin of the Texas Longhorns should be like, maybe we should dial it back considering how shit he played versus Ohio State. He literally had two good throws versus Ohio State, and the one wasn't even a touchdown because Parker Livingston, whatever his last name is, didn't catch the ball. And I will go to my grave with that because he didn't catch the ball. But I don't know how to act with Arch Manning. I really don't. Because I say one thing and people are like, oh my God, you're a hater. And then the next time they're like, well, just leave him alone. Leave Arch alone. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to fucking do. Speaking of bad and people being like, oh my God, leave him alone. Oh, leave him alone. He's trying his best. The Kansas City Chiefs. Swifties have now turned on Patrick Mahomes, and I love it. I saw a tweet today, no free clout. I'm not going to say their name. No free clout on this page unless you pay me. No free clout. They posted a video. A Swiftie posted a video of Patrick Mahomes not throwing the ball to Travis Kelce. The caption said, I think Mahomes is doing this on purpose now, meaning not throwing the ball to Travis Kelce. You zoom out of that image, Travis Kelce is in triple coverage. So Patrick Mahomes is intentionally not force-feeding the ball to Travis Kelce in the triple coverage, and Swifties are turning on Patrick Mahomes. And boys, you know what this means? We are in the end game now. This is it. The dynasty is crumbling. We've made it. When Swifties turn on Patrick Mahomes, they're then going to turn on Brittany Mahomes. And when Brittany Mahomes when her back's against the wall, she's going to be screaming the fuck at Patrick, being like, you need to get Travis the ball because I got Swifties in my mentions threatening to cut all my hair off or whatever they do. I don't know, dox her. So then Patrick is going to start trying to force feed the ball to Travis Kelce because he won't stop hearing it from Brittany. He's going to keep throwing pick six after pick six after pick six, and the dynasty's over. Swifties are essentially going to ruin the Chiefs dynasty, and we're in the fucking end game now, boys. This is what we've been waiting for. The Swifties to turn on Patrick Mahomes. They're not going to turn on Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce could be running down the field. He could catch a ball where he's wide open, be running down the field. The ball could get punched out, and the other team picks it up and scores a touchdown off of that fumble, and they'll still find a way to blame Patrick Mahomes. We've made it. This is we've been waiting for years for this. Now, I'm not even just going to say it's Swifties. On top of that, the Kansas City Chiefs fucking suck. They're terrible. Listen, congratulations. Congratulations. Do I have a... Here, I'm going to make something for you, Patrick Mahomes. I don't think this pen works. Look. Congratulations to Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. Huge win versus Russell Wilson and the Giants. Oh my God, what a big win. And everybody's like, oh my God, but they never won before against the Giants in New York. Who the fuck cares? Russell Wilson's the quarterback. The Chiefs dynasty is crumbling right now. The Chiefs are bad. They're not a good team. I shouldn't say they're bad because last week I had them in mid. I had them in the mid tier. Now they did win. It's tough to win in the NFL. It is. But Swifties are turning. That's all I really care about. The Swifties are turning. I lost my place what I was talking about, but Swifties are turning on the Chiefs, and I'm here for it. I love it. We're in the end game now. Yes, this is what I wanted to talk about. The NFL script yesterday was crazy. Did you guys see? Well, first of all, I hope you saw it if you're listening to this. What ended that witching hour yesterday was freaking nuts. That was one of those days where having NFL Red Zone was worth the price of the entire year. Because it was just cut to just crazy stuff happening all over the NFL. So, I guess we should just go game by game and talk about, I guess, the craziest game. So, the Packers versus the Browns yesterday. A block kick. The Packers only scored 10 points, and if the Browns had even I shouldn't even say a semi-competent quarterback because I really like Joe Flacco. If the Browns had, I guess, a little bit more of a boost on offense, maybe, honestly, if they went out and got Tyreek Hill, it's like, oh my God, if they went out and got Tyreek Hill, I'd be scared of the Browns. I really would, because then they have a field stretcher. Quinshaw Junkins looks awesome. I like Joe Flacco and the defense right now for the Cleveland Browns. I get that the Packers don't have the craziest offense. I get that they're like a really good defensive team. They do have a good offense, but it's not like prolific. It's not one that I personally am walking into a game and fearing. Their defense a little bit, yeah, but the defense of the Cleveland Browns is crazy. And we saw a block kick from them yesterday, and they ended up winning the football game on a walk-off field goal. Absolutely nuts. The backup bowl, where we had the Bengals versus the Vikings. Holy shit. What is it? Isaiah Rodgers? I think he's like the only player in NFL history to have like a perfect player rating throughout the game. Almost perfect. He had like a 99.9. Dude scored 2 touchdowns yesterday, which, first of all, I picked up the Vikings defense like 10 minutes before the game started. Oh my God, I look like a genius. They scored 50 points for me. I absolutely love that. The Eagles versus the Rams game. What a comeback by the Eagles. We're going to talk a little bit. Well, I won't talk about it more because I already have a video that's going viral and people are mad at me about it. But more offsides on the tush push was going on. But what a game by them. Again, the Rams could have had a walk-off field goal, block kick, return for a touchdown. So if you had I saw people had Eagles minus 3.5. You must be the luckiest person on the planet. Seriously, go buy the winnings that you got with that Eagles game. Go buy a lottery ticket because that's nuts. And then the Buccaneers versus the Jets game. The Jets end up blocking a kick, returning it for a touchdown, and then Baker Mayfield did what Baker Mayfield does, dropped his nuts, right? on their face and led the Buccaneers on a game-winning drive. The NFL script is crazy. Michael Penix Jr., absolute garbage. The Falcons suck. The Broncos kind of suck. The Chargers right now, first of all, as well. I shouldn't say first of all, because that's the 8th time I said first of all. We need to get rid of turf in the NFL as well. This has nothing to do with the script stuff. It's just something that came to my head because of this Najee Harris injury. There's no reason that we need to be playing on turf. I get that it's cheaper. I get that it's easier to maintain. It is just causing a litany of injuries. Lower body injuries. We just saw, James Conner, the way he got hurt, that's a freak injury. But too many Achilles injuries, too many lower body injuries in the NFL. Please, we got to get rid of turf. We really do. It makes no sense why we're not playing on grass. And you're probably going to hear like, well, you're not as fast if you play on grass. Would you rather be fast or would you rather your Achilles snap? Because you're not fast if you can't run at all. I think that every single stadium, every single one, it should be mandated that you have grass. There is no reason that we should be playing on turf anymore because it is just causing too many injuries. Najee Harris is done for the year now because of that. The James Conner thing, that's a freak accident. I get that, but we really need to sway away from artificial turf. These guys are billionaires who own teams. They can pay a grounds crew to fix the turf. Hey, guess what? They do it in baseball. So why can't we do it in football? And if you're so worried about the elements of the grass, then just build a dome. I don't like domes for football. I think it's stupid. I think football should be played in the elements. But if you're an owner and you're scared that, I made this significant investment in my grass. I got Kentucky bluegrass. It can't handle 75-degree weather. Then build a dome. But I think that we need to get to a point in football. We're making all of these strides in football to reduce head injuries and stuff like that. The kickoff rules, guys are wearing guardian caps now. I love it. It's good. I don't want these guys having fucking scrambled egg brains and they can't talk to their kids whenever they're 35 years old. But why are we only protecting up here? Why not also protect down here? Why can't we be protecting their legs and their Achilles and their ankles and going away from artificial turf is a step to doing that as well. So I get that you're faster on turf and it's easier to maintain. If you don't want to put grass in and it's mandated, then guess what? Sell the fucking team because it's grass. You can figure it out. I mean, Jesus Christ. Maybe don't have one yacht party a year for you and your fucking rich buddies and actually put a decent, significant investment into your players and put grass on the field so they're not popping their Achilles tendons and potentially ruining their entire career based off that injury. So let's figure that out as well. I really do think that we need to move away from turf and it's time to go to grass. All right, well, I want to talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers, and this is a little rant. The Pittsburgh Steelers, and this is going to be my last segment, so if you're not a Steeler fan, you don't want to listen to this, whatever, I'll see you guys. Make sure you're hitting that subscribe button, the like button, follow me everywhere, yeah, blah, 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 blah. If I have to watch another offensive drive where it's run, and then throw the ball behind the line of scrimmage to Jaylen Warren, or not push the ball down the field anymore, I'm going to crash the fuck out. What I saw yesterday from the Pittsburgh Steelers offense, I can't even believe we won. I really can't. The defense did so much, so many turnovers. The defense did so much. And the offense was supposed to be opened up. It was supposed to be so much better and spread out in West Coast with Aaron Rodgers. It's the same shit that we've been seeing ever since Ben Roethlisberger retired. It has been run, throw the ball behind the line of scrimmage, or it's run, throw the ball behind the line of scrimmage, get tackled, 3rd and 14, and then it's a check down to the tight end, and he's 15 yards away from the fucking first down line. I can't watch this shit anymore. Do you know how exciting it was to watch that Jets game? I don't even care that the Jets are terrible. But at least that game was fun to watch for the offense. I cannot stand what we're doing right now. It's run, screen pass. Run, screen pass, dump off. It is absurd. And the offensive line sucks. There's a reason why Aaron Rodgers has to just dump the ball off sometimes. Because the offensive line gives him no time. If the Pittsburgh Steelers do not make a significant offer to get either Tyreek Hill or Chris Olave, they do not care. They don't. You pumped so much money into your defense, and they actually played well yesterday, all things considered. Now, they couldn't stop Hunter Henry if their life depended on it, but whatever. They got picks, they got fumbles, they did everything in their power. There's still a few things, their corner situation kind of stinks right now, but there are guys who are hurt. They'll be back. Joey Porter Jr., when he's back, then they'll end up giving up yards based on him holding, but whatever about that. But the offense right now, I get that even with Aaron Rodgers, it wasn't going to be high-flying. It wasn't going to be crazy, but it was supposed to be better than what it was when we had Kenny Pickett. And it's not. It's quite literally the same thing. If we're going to run this style of offense, why not just put Will Howard in there and let him at least get offensive reps for the Steelers? Let him get pro reps to see what you have in him. Because what you're doing right now is not even utilizing the skill set of what Aaron Rodgers can do. It's not. We're running basic fucking peewee shit. Run, screen pass. We need somebody to open up the field. Chris Olave, who the fuck cares what's going on with Tyreek Hill right now? Nothing's been proven. Just trade for him. Who cares? Honestly. Do you want to win football games? We need to open up the offense. We need somebody who's going to spread it out. And sure, then how about this? If you get somebody who can run fast and go this way, guess what? It pulls everybody back because you got to account for them. And then those little dump-offs you want to do to Johnny Smith or Pat Freiermuth. Then guess what? They'll be able to make it to the first down line because the safeties are all the way back here. I thank God we won, because if we didn't win, I probably would have punched my monitor just talking about this. We won. We're going to Dublin. But yeah, the Steelers need to make some sort of either offensive adjustments, which, first of all, where the fuck is Roman Wilson, by the way? Did he die? Is Roman Wilson dead? Somebody confirm to me whether or not Roman Wilson is dead. Because where has that guy been? He has one catch in 2 years. I think he died. The Steelers should get a supplemental draft pick for him because he's essentially dead. Where has he been? Calvin Austin looks good. I like Calvin Austin. He's very good. Imagine if he was our number 3. Could you imagine how good the Steelers would be? No, I shouldn't say good. Do you imagine how much better the Steelers would be if Calvin Austin was the number 3? Well, Roman Wilson was supposed to be the number 2. But again, can somebody please confirm to me that he is not dead? Because I am 1,000% convinced that he is dead. And that catch that he had last week was a Weekend at Bernie situation. Because where has that guy been? He's dead. He died. So, RIP, I guess. The Steelers should get a supplemental draft pick for that. But yeah, the Steelers need to trade for either Tyreek Hill or Chris Olave. That's all I have to say. Thank you guys for listening to this edition of the Hail Mary. Be sure to follow us on all of our social platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Shorts. We're everywhere. Hit the like and subscribe button. If you're if you're listening on Spotify, give us 5 stars because that'd be sweet. Awesome. I would love you if you did that. Check out our website as well, hailmary.media, where we post blogs and all of our contents over there. You go check it out. And yeah, have a beautiful day, everybody. I will see you all on Friday. Peace out.